if you squeeze these muscles in your shoulders and neck for hours of the day when you're trying to sit thinking you're getting in good posture, guess what's going to happen? Those muscles are going to fatigue, they're going to restrict blood flow, they're going to tighten up and start to create all these trigger points and pain points. Posture is one of the things that I think has the biggest misconception, because we think of it as this rigid, military position that I am like stiff and like straining to keep that position. Is that what it feels like whenever you try and find good posture? Posture is one of the things that I think has the biggest misconception, because we think of it as this rigid, military position that I am like stiff and like straining to keep that position. And posture couldn't be further from the truth. It is one of the things that contributes the most to pain, headaches, and dysfunction in our neck, our upper back, even our shoulders. Most of the shoulder injuries that I see come from consistent postural problems that have created tension in the shoulder, and over time, leaning into that tension has started to wear away the cartilage and the tendons of the shoulder. So correcting or holding good position of your body, posture equals position, is a very important thing, and a lot of people mess up whenever they're trying to find it. So we teach people a couple of steps. The first one, no matter where you're at, fill your lungs as much as you can. Take a very deep breath. So we're gonna, and you see naturally when I do that, I start to lift up. And so I'm really going to encourage that lifting by, once I'm taking a deep breath, lifting my chest. Then what I'm going to do is try and feel like my head is being kind of lifted towards the ceiling. And then in that position, I want to just make sure everything is loose. So I just do a check that I'm not holding tension in my shoulders or my neck. And then I can let that air out without losing that position. And now I've found a really good posture where I can move, where my muscles aren't working too hard. Because just like if you strain a muscle for hours and hours, or you clench your jaw, if you squeeze these muscles in your shoulders and neck for hours of the day when you're trying to sit thinking you're getting in good posture, guess what's going to happen? Those muscles are going to fatigue, they're going to restrict blood flow, they're going to tighten up and start to create all these trigger points and pain points. So whenever we're doing that, we could be inadvertently making our pain worse by trying to tighten up those muscles so much. So deep breath, lift the head, make sure everything is nice and mobile. And I feel really good right here. If I do this once an hour, I'm going to get a lot of improvements in my position, and a lot of the muscles that were working so hard to kind of strain and get me in position are now going to be nice and relaxed, and they can actually calm down, so that tension in your shoulders that's always there can actually relax a little bit. I think this is one of those kind of perpetuated myths of like strain and sit up that has actually caused a lot of pain and problems in our society. So I know this is a basic video, and people see this and they're like, oh yeah, kind of new, like sit up with good posture. But if we really start to do this and we start to become aware that I am dropping out of this decent position, to me, it's almost like meditation. That's not a problem. Don't beat yourself up over like I'm in there. The catching it is the rep that you want to build that mental awareness. It's not a bad thing to get into kind of a slouch posture. It's a bad thing to stay there and not know that you were there the whole time. So I hope this helps and makes some sense for you, that if you are sitting at a desk all day, we need to be aware whenever we fall out of those positions. And I do tell people, like, set a little reminder in the beginning, set a timer and just go back to it. It takes you 10 seconds and it always feels good. Like if I'm working for a little while and get out of that, you think clearer, you feel like you're able to move, everything just feels a little better. You have a little more energy because you're in this active position. So set a timer if you need to, so that you can kind of keep going back to it and get into some better positions throughout the day. And review this, go back through it. I do see a lot of patients who, as we start to fix neck pain, shoulder pain, and upper back pain, that we need to pay attention to posture. And I think if you're in any of those demographics, this is just one of those low-hanging fruit things that you can use to improve your overall health for sure, but even your healing of neck pain and headaches. Jaw pain has a big component of your neck position. Shoulder pain and upper back pain are all going to be changed by you improving this one skill, and that is your posture. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions on that. I would love to see your picture of you getting into a better position. If you have practiced this and you have any little mental tricks, drop them in the comments. I know a lot of people are working on this, so hopefully that helps all of us sit with a little more posture, a little more power, a little more presence, and that'll give us a lot of health along the way. So give that a shot.